Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have the perfect palette tag for you, and I had several of you request that I do this, and I'm happy to do it for you. You guys know me so well. You know that I am a total eyeshadow junkie and an eyeshadow palette junkie. So this is the perfect palette tag, but this is the perfect lip gloss Leslie tag because it totally fits me and what I love in makeup. So it was hard for me to narrow it down, but I think I did a pretty good job. I got down to one, sometimes two for each question, but that's really good for me. And some of them are limited edition, so I wanted to include permanent options for you. So anyway, let's jump right on in and get to the questions. Okay, the first question is best packaging, and I have two options for you because one is limited edition. So the limited edition one is the Too Faced Pretty Rebel palette. I mean, I don't even need to say anything about this. It's just adorable. It's got the gold background with these sort of raised ribbons and the really cute pink writing for Pretty Rebel, and then you open it up, it's got a mirror on the back side here, and then all of your shadows. Really nice size shadows, but it's not like wasting a lot of space. It's just the shadows, so I really like that. And I like that it is skinny and compact. That's what I look for in packaging, is when it doesn't take up a lot of space, it's not bulky, but it's still cute. They still, you know, pay attention to the details and give you something really cute and sort of a theme with it. So I really love the packaging of this one. And then the permanent items would be the Kat Von D palettes. I think these are super cute. They're small, whoop, it just flew open. They're small, but they've still got the beautiful embossed pattern or design on the top. And they're hard, like either a hard plastic or a tin, or I can't really tell, some kind of metal or hard plastic. And then you open it, and it's got the mirror on one side and then all of your shadows on the other. Again, not wasting any space. You've got a liner there, which is nice. But I really like that this is small and compact. You know, you don't have to worry about wasting a bunch of space in your collection, or even when traveling, this is great. But it's still going to be sturdy enough to withstand traveling. This is not the traveling question. But for packaging, I think this is adorable. So that's what I look for. Small, compact, but cute. Yes. Okay, question number 2 is best color payoff. And really, I could say any Urban Decay palette. I just think Urban Decay knocks it out of the park with their palettes and the pigmentation of their eyeshadows. I think they're just awesome. So 2 specifics would be, limited edition would be the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette. I think this is beautiful. The Vice 1 was amazing too. Urban Decay just knocks it out of the park with their shadows. They're just incredible. I mean, look at these, and I didn't even touch that hard. I mean, this one, I barely touched it at all. That one is Shell Shock. Gorgeous. So that's beautiful. I would say the Vice 2 palette is a great value, beautiful pigmentation. Permanent would be the Urban Decay Smoked palette. I've had this several years and I love it. I think this palette is awesome, that you've got a great brow bone, you've got a transition, you've got options for a great everyday eye, but then you've got beautiful colors down here for a colored smoky eye. And the pigmentation on these is amazing also. Just beautiful. And they blend really well. They have enough stick that they don't blend away and fly away, but they don't drag when you're trying to blend them. They blend really nicely. So I would say pigmentation for sure Urban Decay, but these 2 palettes are both stellar. Okay, number 3 is most versatile. And I've got 2 options again. The first one is a limited edition. It is the Laura Mercier Artist Palette. This is just amazing. It's a nice neutral palette, but you really have so many options with this. You can go with a matte, dark, smoky eye. You can go with a shimmery, beautiful, daytime purpley eye. You've got all of these shadows that you need in here to create a complete look. That you've got transition colors, you've got brow bone highlights, you've got dark colors to deepen up your outer V. It just has everything you need. So I think this is a great versatile palette. It is limited edition. So a permanent option for you would be the Lorac Pro palette. And I've talked about this one before. It's honestly not my favorite palette because I feel like these shadows are very, very creamy, and they can tend to blend too much, at least for me. But I don't hear everybody say that. So I like to include it because it really is ridiculously versatile. That you've got an entire row of matte shadows here and an entire row of metallic shimmery shadows. Just beautiful. So you can go with another dark smoky eye. You can go with a coppery eye. You can go with a gold eye, a purpley eye, a gunmetal eye, a light daytime eye. I mean, you've got so many options with this palette that I do think it's a great option if you're just looking for a new palette or maybe a first palette and you want something that's very versatile. This really, really is. While the formula of the shadows might not be my very favorite, the options that you have within this palette, are really, really great. So I think this is a great option for versatility. Okay, number 4 is best for traveling. Again, I have 2 included in this question, and it's because I have a lot of favorites right now that are limited edition, but if somebody's watching this later on, I want you to have options for palettes you can actually find. So the limited edition one for best for traveling would be the Too Faced A Few of My Favorite Things palette. And this is just amazing. You've really got everything you need in here. You've got so many shadows up in here, but then this down here, these face products, amazing for traveling. I mean, this Chocolate Soleil bronzer, beautiful, incredible. It doesn't have a highlighter, but I've used some of these lighter colors as face highlighters and they really work. And also, this is more talking about eyeshadow palettes. So for traveling, you've got so many options with this palette. It's just beautiful, works really well. Also, another thing that's great about it with this palette, while it is large, it's small and skinny, so it's not going to take up a ton of bulkiness as far as height goes in your bag. So I think that this is really, really nice for traveling. A permanent option is the Lorac Pro To Go palette. This is really, really nice. It's thicker, but you could lay it out, you could lay it out in your bag like this, you know, where it's more flattened. And it comes on one side with eyeshadows. So you've got your eyeshadows there. It does come with some little kind of not so great brushes, but at least you got something in there. And then you've got face products on the other side, blushes and a bronzer. So when I think about travel, I want to have options with my eye looks, but I do like when they throw in some face products. So the eyeshadow options with these 2 are really, really great. This is more of a kind of classic eye, but you can do a dark smoky eye, a daytime eye, a kind of golden, beautiful, bronzy eye. So you do have options with them, but I like that they threw in some face products. So those are my best for traveling. Okay, number 5 is biggest regret. And it would be either of these BH Cosmetics palettes. So either the BH Party Girl or the Eyes on the 60s palette. This one has really cute packaging. I don't like this flimsy thing, but it has a hole in it up here, so I see why it's there. But the pigmentation on this one is just powdery and not good. Just not impressive. That one's okay, but you know, they're just powdery and not very pigmented. The price is right on them. They're not expensive, but I have so many other palettes that I really love that are really stellar quality that I'm kind of like, why did I waste my money on these? I think I was just kind of curious. This is the BH Party Girl palette. Isn't as bad, but it's just not that great. So, you know, like I said, the price is not horrible, but I just wish I wouldn't have wasted my money on that when I already have other palettes I really love. Okay, number 6 is best color names, and I just have a limited edition one on this one, but it is the Too Faced A Few of My Favorite Things palette again, and all of the products in this palette are themed after the song A Few of My Favorite Things from The Sound of Music. So it's like whiskers on kittens, moon on their wings, woolen mittens, cream colored ponies, and then the blushes are raindrops on roses and melt into spring. So I think that's just super cute that they picked a theme and that everything goes together. I think the names are just really creative and adorable in those. Urban Decay does a good job of their shadow names too. I think that's really cute. I would say least creative would be Inglot and Makeup Forever are the ones that just are number 11, number 45. Like, that's so boring. So I love this. I think it's really, really, really cute with the color names. Number 7 is least used, and it is the Balm Nude Tude palette. And I know a lot of people really like this palette, and it's not bad. I mean, the shadows in it are nice, and they're, you know, pigmented, and they're fine with the way that they apply. But I think it's just that when I want to go with a neutral eye, like a dark smoky eye or kind of a daytime eye, I have other palettes I like more. So I'll either grab one of my Urban Decay Naked palettes, or my Laura Mercier Artist palette, or even my Urban Decay Smoked palette. I just feel like I have other palettes I like more as far as kind of a neutral look goes. So yeah, I've had this for a while now, and I think I've used it once, maybe twice. So yeah, it's just, yeah, least used. Okay, number 8 is a 3-parter. Most used, most loved, Desert Island. So most used and most loved would be my Too Faced Pretty Rebel palette. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, you've heard me talk about this so many times. I love this palette. I just can't get over it. I mean, I think it's my most loved and most used because I love that I can do neutral eyes, but I love that I can do funky fun eyes with it. It's just fun. And like I said before, the packaging is adorable. So when I take it out to use it, it just makes me happy. So I really, really love this palette. I think it's beautiful and just so cute. So many options. And then Desert Island would be the Laura Mercier Artist Palette. I just feel like this palette is just beautiful. The pigmentation of the shadows is amazing. It's got your brow bone, it's got your transition color, it's got your dark colors. I mean, that's why I picked it for, did I pick it for most versatile? Yeah, that's why I picked it for most versatile also. You've just got options with it, and I enjoy using it, so that's what I would pick for a Desert Island. As far as a permanent one, I would probably say the Urban Decay Smoked Palette, just because, same thing. You've got the different shades that you need for everything. You've got your brow bone, your transition, you can do an everyday eye, but I also love that you've got some options with this palette, so I would still be able to be creative with some color. So yeah, that would be my answer for Desert Island. Alright guys, so that was the perfect palette tag. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. I loved making it because I love talking about makeup, but I really love talking about eyeshadow. So an entire video talking about eyeshadow, that's fun. And on that note, I would love to hear what your favorite palettes are. So let me know that down below. Please leave any questions you have down below. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new. I would love to have you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!